Don't go deep into the pool. Don't run around the pool because you might slip and get hurt. If someone else falls into the water, don't go in and get them by yourself. Call for help. Parents, sign up your children for Let's Swim Bahamas.
I'm here at the Dixon Hill Lighthouse in San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down fake waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
#1 team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for joining us. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
From us this late night, day in court. The driver of last Sunday's deadly car crash to Rain today charged with 5 counts of vehicular manslaughter. BPL addresses that widespread power outage that left thousands here in New Providence without electricity yesterday. And shantytown demolitions resume. Those stories and more this late night, Monday, July 6, 2026.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And good evening. It is good to have you with us this Monday evening. I'm Corvell Pyfrom. A tragic case that has shaken the nation took a key step forward today as the young man accused in a deadly traffic crash faced a magistrate. Our Leah Cooper was there as emotions ran high inside the courtroom. Meanwhile, miles away, a community prepares to lay 2 of the victims to rest.
19-year-old Marcus Thacker Jr. made his first court appearance before Chief Magistrate Ancella Evans, where he faced 5 counts of vehicular manslaughter. Prosecutors allege that on Sunday, June 28th, Thacker was driving vehicle number SN7600 west along Shirley Street in a manner dangerous to the public, causing the deaths of Shantia Webb, Diamond Stubbs, Betrika Brown, Evelina Johnson, and Keno Gordon. Thacker, who was represented by attorneys Christina Galanos and Christina Saunders, was not required to enter a plea, as the matter is an indictable offense that will be heard before a judge and jury in the Supreme Court. Inside the courtroom, a somber atmosphere as Magistrate Evans read each charge individually, calling the name of every victim one by one. Thacker's family sat quietly, holding back tears, while the 19-year-old stood silently with his head held high as each count was read. The case was adjourned to October 22nd for the service of a voluntary bill of indictment. Defense attorneys applied for bail, a request the prosecution did not oppose, provided strict conditions were put in place to ensure the accused's safety. The court was also informed that Thacker is awaiting a medical review before surgery can be scheduled for his injured wrist. Magistrate Evans granted the bail in the amount of $30,000 with 1, 2, or 3 suretors. Under the conditions of his release, Thacker must surrender his passport, wear an electronic monitoring device, and observe a daily curfew from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. Following the hearing, Thacker was allowed a brief moment with his family. He shared an emotional embrace with his mother, who was seen crying as court officials looked on. Meanwhile, as the legal process moves forward in New Providence, the grieving continues on Cat Island. In the Smiths Bay community, a double burial plot for Diamond Stubbs and Shantia Webb is now being prepared ahead of their final farewell. On Monday, Cat Island photographer Yontele Kirkendall streamed live on Facebook, capturing family members, friends, and community volunteers as they came together to ready the burial sites, a powerful display of love, unity, and support during this time of immense loss.
Ocean view, and this will be the resting place. It's going to be a double plot. So we're building a mausoleum, right? It's going to be a labor of love.
As memorial is planned for July 16th here in New Providence. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Leah, sadly, the Cat Island community and the Old Bight High School are mourning the loss of a third graduate. 19-year-old Keno Gordon, who had been fighting for his life since last week's tragic crash that claimed 4 other young lives, succumbed to his injuries. He is being remembered for his quiet strength, resilience, and promising future. School principal Dr. Banique Brown-Pratt says the school, as well as the wider community, continue to grapple with the heartbreak of losing another young life.
This is devastating news, and we have not seen anything like this before in our entire lives, so it's almost like you don't know how to process it, but persons are getting by. Keno Gordon, the same personality, quiet. He was excellent in sports, especially basketball. He was very, very striving. When he first graduated from Old Bight High School 2 years ago, he went straight to the workforce. But he was saving up his money because he wanted to go to college and pursue his career there. My hope, it went down when I heard the things that went wrong with him, but I still started to pray. And when I heard that he actually passed, I was like, in your hands, God. God knows best.
All right, now to an issue that was the talk of the town today. Thousands of residents here in New Providence were left to battle a brutal summer day without air conditioners or fans after a near island-wide power outage Sunday. It lasted for many hours and caused a great deal of frustration.
It's unacceptable, I ain't gonna lie. And my thing is, power been, what it is, surging. Power keeps surging, like 3 or 4 times. All my electronics, my cable box out now. I mean, I gotta go carry that to Cape Bahamas. It looked like my PS5 is on the fritz, thank God, because they keep corrupting my system data, you know what I mean?
Yesterday was very bad, because I ain't going back home until dark. I had to go on the beach and chill and catch me some cold breeze. Air conditioning weekend, that weekend, fan, nothing could cut on. I hope they do it better and get it right.
Some frustration there, but other customers, though, found a silver lining around it all.
It wasn't too bad for me. Just throughout the day, earlier throughout the day, preparing for work was a little difficult. But other than that, I had power to work.
The outages impacted most of New Providence and started around 10 Sunday morning, lasting well into the evening. Some customers by Monday evening, though, were still in the dark. The blackout leaving residents to come up with ways to beat the heat. Well, late this afternoon, BPL releasing this video message with its CEO, Tony Pratt, apologizing to customers for the inconvenience and providing this explanation for those outages.
Shortly after 10 a.m. yesterday morning, there was an explosion that occurred in the 33 kV switchgear cab at the Blue Hills Power Station. What this does is, this is the export point of energy from Blue Hills to the surrounding communities. When the explosion occurred, it caused damage to the bus bar, which is where the energy is stored before it's exported. We were not able to send any power from the Blue Hills Power Station at that time until that portion of the bus bar could be isolated, the switchgear isolated, and of course, we expect our teams to work as quickly as they can to restore supply.
Still, some customers are demanding more, including lower cost on their electricity bills.
I think it's very unfair, it's frustrating. It's just, I mean, I don't know what else to say. We need answers. And I know my power bill is up to date. So basically, I just feel that it's just unfair.
And if you're one of those customers still in the dark tonight, BPL is providing this number for you that you can call to have your services restored. That number is 225-5275. 225-5275. Our busy day agenda for regional heads of government attending the 51st regular CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Lucia this week, including welcoming Martinique and French Guiana as associate members. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and his regional counterparts were welcomed to that island during the conference's opening ceremony yesterday afternoon. It was during that 3-hour event that CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett addressed critical issues impacting the regional bloc like agriculture, climate change, and international relations.
We draw strength and inspiration from the achievements of those who came before us. I am convinced that the strength and determination of CARICOM, working towards regional goals in support of national interests, will continue to deliver more together. This sense of purpose is what our people expect, require, and deserve if they are to see a positive difference in their lives from the work that we do here.
In a moment, the rest of the day's news. Up next, shantytown demolitions resume here in New Providence. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Stay with us.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Back now to some other items in the news this late night. True to its word, the government today pushed ahead with the demolition of another unregulated community here in New Providence, the site of approximately 60 structures. Lloyd Allen tells us more.
Months ago, the government issued notices to a number of residents in the Montgomery shantytown just off Carmichael Road. And today, the government following through with its commitment to demolish many of those structures, leaving persons like this now to fend for themselves without homes. The sound of wood splintering and metal being torn apart filled the air Monday as demolition crews moved into an unregulated community to remove dozens of illegal structures. For many residents, D-Day had arrived after receiving official notices to vacate and remove their homes earlier this year. Those who failed to comply now face enforcement action. Stephen Carey, chairman of the Unregulated Communities Action Task Force, says the operation marks a major step in the government's efforts to address illegal settlements.
February of last year, notices were given to this community. Several visits were made trying to get persons to evacuate. And finally today, yesterday was their last notice. Today we're here doing our demolition. In this community we have 8 Bahamians. Those Bahamians, they will offer assistance from social service. Everybody else in this area is on work permit or permanent residence. So they have to seek shelter elsewhere.
64 of the 67 structures were taken down, with authorities now investigating land title documents of the remaining 3. Residents also say now that the act is done, they have nowhere to turn.
All my life I was living here, you understand? Them just doing all of this and throwing the people out, that's not right. That's inhumane, and this is not it. We're still people at the end of the day. We might have a different nationality, but we're still people.
Others say they had already begun the process of regularizing their immigration status, but with their homes now demolished, they feel they have been forced back at square one.
I pay all income bills. I have almost $4,000 pay, national insurance pay. Okay, now, you can work in village. I don't find no house. I don't find no place go.
Members of the Unregulated Community Action Task Force warned residents that any items left behind would be considered abandoned and disposed of as trash. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Also in the news tonight, a Defense Force officer has some serious explaining to do after landing on the opposite side of the law. Based on preliminary investigations, officers executed a search warrant on a home on Trinidad Avenue just before 10 Sunday morning. Once there, a 38-year-old man wanted in connection with a grievous harm probe was shown the warrant, arrested and cautioned. However, during the search, another man who claimed to be the homeowner and a serving RBDF officer directed officers to a room where he claimed ownership of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition found in a closet. Officers also found a black and green camouflage bag containing 12 sealed packages of suspected marijuana, weighing in at 3.2 pounds and with an estimated street value of just over $3,000. In the end, the 37-year-old Marine was one of 3 men arrested, along with a 43-year-old woman. The Bahamas Department of Correctional Services is embarking on an initiative it hopes further demonstrates its commitment to rehabilitation and ensuring its residents are ready to walk back into society. This week, 11 of its residents completed a program meant to give them a chance, a new direction, and stronger future.
When I first envisioned this program, I was guided by a simple belief.
Except there's nothing simple about it. At 38,000 feet in the air, this vision came to Patrice Ellis. She accepted it, decided to do something about it, and eventually it landed exactly where it was meant to. The inaugural graduate program ceremony at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services for soon-to-be-released residents, an investment in their walkout to eventual freedom.
For 4.5 years in my previous ministry, I reminded the Bahamian public that 98% of everyone behind prison bars will be released back to society.
To the wider community, a lesson that second chances matter, and also that stopping crime doesn't end at arrest, prosecution, or even punishment.
People can change when they are given the opportunity, the tools, and the support to do so.
Through this collaboration, Ellis and her program Pathway to Peace Institute have forged with the Bahamas Department of Corrections residents, as they're called, and not inmates, for an 8-week program providing them with tools to help better reintegrate them back into society.
Take time to stop, pause, and think before talking, acting, and/or responding.
I just hope and pray that the residents who has taken part in this program, retain what you have learned, right? Go forward into the vineyard and preach which you have learned.
This is a reminder that the fight against crime involves all of us.
One truth remained constant, that meaningful change is possible when people are encouraged to reflect, learn, grow, and choose differently.
All my life you have been so good.
For the Bahamas Tonight, a pastor's work begins long before Sunday mornings and continues long after church ends. This weekend, a few of them were honored for their lifelong commitment to faith, service, and community during the second annual National Pastoral Awards. Our West Calix Forbes was there.
40 pastors and one evangelist receiving their flowers this weekend after decades of ministry and contributing to nation building across the Bahamas. Organizers of the second annual National Pastoral Honors celebrate some of our country's religious leaders.
Initiatives like this gives an opportunity to not only highlight, but for us to really recognize and to just give a small token of appreciation for that sacrifice. So moving forward, I think it's an opportunity for the country to recognize that pastors are not just preachers.
Among those honors were Apostle David Butler, senior pastor of World Outreach Christian Center Ministries International, and Bishop Darren Woods, senior pastor of the New Goodwill Church of God.
Well, I feel great, and I'm honored by the grace of God that this took place and this second national honors for pastors. And I truly thank God that, all of the honorees have made a significant contribution to the kingdom of God and also to our nation at large.
I'm elated, I'm humbled, because a lot of times people tend to speak of the church in a negative light. And as we go about doing our business quietly, not knowing that people are actually watching us, and then when it comes to the forefront, it's a different feeling.
But for Bishop Woods, the honor isn't the end. It's a sign for the journey to continue.
For the most part, we've gotten comfortable within the four walls of the churches. And so now it's time for us to really get out there, get into the highways, get into the byways, and see how much of the lives that we could touch on the level for which they're at.
For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Thank you, Wes. The Bahamas Tonight on 11 turns to sports next. Let's go over to Amajal for a preview of what's coming up.
Men's basketball team with a must-win game against Puerto Rico. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Under the theme, celebrating our heritage, shaping our tomorrow, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas celebrates 53 years as a sovereign nation. Join the ZNS Network for live coverage of the 53rd anniversary of independence with an ecumenical service, cultural show, military parade, flag-raising ceremony, and fireworks display. Stay with us for live coverage July 9th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. on the ZNS Network.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports at this hour. The Bahamas men's national basketball team hoping to punch their ticket to the next round of the FIBA America's World Cup qualifiers. They host one of the region's toughest basketball powers in Puerto Rico at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium. Is, of course, on the heels of the team routing Jamaica on Friday night, 123-174 in the first game of the home-and-home series. The team was led by PJ Edgecombe with 26 points. Now, as for tonight, in order to advance, the 242 must beat Puerto Rico by at least 6 points due to FIBA's point differential rules. Now, we will have the full report for you from tonight's game in tomorrow's Sportscast. This week, our national team will travel to Mexico for the NACAC Track and Field Championships. The team consists of the U23 and U18 squads, who are currently preparing to put their best foot forward. A number of athletes discussed individual and team expectations for the crucial meet.
My individual goal for the 100 is to drop my time and bring back a medal to my country, hopefully a gold medal, and do the best of my abilities. And for the relay, I just want us to get the baton around and execute how we're supposed to.
We're just making some final touches to go to Mexico and represent our country to the best of our abilities.
They also spoke about their confidence.
Blessing, it's a blessing. It's honestly a blessing. This has been my second team since I've become a senior, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. You know, obviously the end goal is the Olympics and World Championships, but I look at these as stepping stones so that if I can compete on this level under 23, I'll be able to handle the Olympics and World Championships better when I eventually get there. So it's just a blessing. I'm blessed, grateful, and I thank God for the opportunity.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture officially kicking off their sports camps this week across the capital. There's a multitude of options for young aspiring athletes to hone their skills with disciplines in the fields such as basketball, softball, tennis, soccer, and of course, track and field. The ministry is opening nearly all fields for the youth to explore where their passion lies. Now, over the track and field camp today, activities focused on the throwing and jumping events. Javelin instructor Ethan Nord and jumps instructor Paris Roll shared their input on what they hope to expect out of the budding athletes attending the camp.
This is my first time instructing this camp, and this is the first day of the camp. We had a little decent show with kids today, and everybody seems to be enjoying it so far. Everybody seems like they're making a lot of progress only on day one of the camp.
Pretty good so far. I mean, I see a lot of potential with the kids, and it's just good to see that they have passion with doing something.
We also spoke with hoops coach Gary Hanna, who expressed his involvement in the camp, as well as camper Drexel McIntosh, who shared his experience since first attending the camp 3 years ago and how it's impacted his game.
Like I said, this is my second year, so last year was my first year. It was a good experience working with the youth, especially the young boys. It gets to keep them off the street and also help them to learn a skill. As you can see, a lot of our Bahamian players now are making the NBA, so if they start at a younger age, they'll learn the fundamentals faster, and that could help them to even get scholarships in school, scholarships in college, and also the young ladies as well.
I feel as though I made a lot of improvement. My IQ, my right hand, and just confidence overall.
And in baseball news from over the weekend, the Bahamian travel ball team picking up some major hardware at a tournament in Florida, competing at the USSA Fort Walton World Series. The Ultimate Champion Sports Academy would compete in 3 divisions, winning 2 and finishing second in the other. The 10U team took home the silver rings, losing to the Frost Falcons from Tennessee 7-2. The 12U team went undefeated in play, dominating the competition throughout the tournament, winning the championship game 10-5 over Cajun Rage from Texas. And finally, the newest team in 9U, they would win the championship game 12-7 over the Huffman Falcons from Texas. Now, the 9U team actually fell into the losers bracket of the double elimination tournament on Saturday. They would then win 4 consecutive games and on Sunday bring home the World Series gold rings. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
Steak sandwich. I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese.
I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon puts it like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
And let's end this late night with a look at our weather forecast. For that, we say good evening to our Diane Dorset. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening, everyone. Taking a look at our satellite picture, there's lots of moisture associated with a westward moving tropical wave, and that's what brought the showers and thunderstorms today and yesterday. That'll move out of the area by tomorrow, but we'll still get some lighter showers this week, and we're still under a heat advisory. I know because we don't see the sun, we tend to think it's not as hot, but it is, so remember to stay hydrated and protect yourself from UV by wearing protective clothing and sunscreen. Finally, tropical cyclone development is not expected during the next 7 days, but this serves as a reminder that you should always be prepared and stay hurricane ready. Now, let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northern Bahamas, it is 84 degrees in Freeport City and Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 83 in Alistown, Bimini, and 86 in Bullocks Harbor. In Fresh Creek, Central Andros, it's 87 degrees, 89 in Kemps Bay, South Andros. In the Rock Sound, Eleuthera, it's 86. In Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumpke, it's 88 degrees, 1 degree higher at 89 in Georgetown, Exuma. And for our southernmost islands, 88 in Long Island, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island, 90 in Betsy Bay and Auckland. In Matthew, Tainagua, it's 84 degrees. And for the Turks and Caicos Islands, it's 89 degrees. Tonight, we're expecting a low of 81 degrees, partly cloudy and very warm. We might get some showers again, like I said. And then tomorrow, a high of 92. Hazy sunshine. So in your extended forecast, you can expect stray showers and thunderstorms tonight. And as the tropical waves move, things will turn mostly sunny, hot, with some haze from Saharan dust, but that won't mean there's no chance of rain. We'll still get showers in some areas for the next few days. Now, temperatures are still in the low 90s with triple-digit heat indices, so continue to stay hydrated and stay in shaded areas whenever you can. Now, that's your late-night look at weather, and as always, rest easy, stay cozy, and thanks for staying up with us. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Diane, and thank you for being with us. That is our broadcast here this Monday evening. I'm Gorval Python for Amo, Diane, and our entire team. You take care, be well, and remember, we will all be looking to see you again right back here on Tuesday evening. Good night.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
Hey, Darnell, separate apartments are not silly, okay? We can't court each other if we live together. Boy, because we're trying to weave our independent lives into a new, vital, multifaceted marriage. Ooh, Maya. Oh, that's good. I gotta put that in one of my books. Anyway.